Hello again, everybody. Zagatech is here with the Atakline for Wednesday, July 31st, 2013. As you can tell, I got a haircut. Got it yesterday, so there you go. Now let's kick off the Atakline with your Billboard number ones for this week. First off, we have a new number one album as Jay-Z, Magna Carta, Holy Grail got kicked off after 2 weeks by the recent birthday girl who just turned 21, just became legal, Selena Gomez. First number one album, Stars Dance. Despite the limited success of Come and Get It, and the news running her on again, off again boyfriend, who's in deep, deep trouble. I heard he just underage, drunk in a bar, Justin Bieber. Selena got some good news, like I said, with this new number one album. While we have a new number one album, with Selena kicking off Jay-Z, we have a yes, believe it or not, still number one single on the Hot 100, 8th week at number one, Blurred Lines by Robert Thicke, despite big competition for One Direction's new single, Best Song Ever. Ended up debuting at number 2. Big debut for One Direction from their upcoming movie, This Is Us, coming out in a couple weeks. So despite the best competition that One Direction could give, Robin still stays at number 1, like I said, with Blurred Lines. The album is set to make an impact next week. The album came out yesterday and may end up kicking off Selena next week. So Robin may have the number 1 album and number 1 single next week if all things go to plan. If Blurred Lines stays for 9th week and Blurred Lines debuts at number 1 on the album charts. So there you go. New number 1 album, still number 1 single. And speaking of new albums, with some new album news concerning one, Katy Perry. Well, it's been 3 years since the release of Katy's last album, the hugely successful follow-up to One of the Boys. Of course, the ever-popular Teenage Dream, which sparked 5 number 1 singles, the first album to do so since Michael Jackson's Bad in 1987. Where, of course, the title track Teenage Dream, California Girls, the one I hate the most, E.T., Last Friday Night, TGIM, and of course Firework. But last year she released the additional tracks from the album, The Complete Confection, including the somewhat smash singles, including number 1, Part of Me, and Wide Awake. But now Katy's ready to fast through the Teenage Dream era and kick up a new era, a Prism era. Yes, Katy Perry announced with a big gold truck in Los Angeles, zigzagging its way across America to reveal the album title and the release date of a new album called Prism, coming out October the 22nd. Now, there is no word on when the new single is coming out, the first single, but we are hearing reports that the first single is set to be called War. That's what people are saying according to several sources. That it's being co-written by Dr. Luke, one of the numerous collaborators who really helped on the Teenage Dream album, and Max Martin and Bunny McKay, like I said, collaborating with Katy on her last album. Katy Perry's representative is not denying or confirming anything about the single title. Dr. Luke, however, took to Twitter and gave a little hint, saying that in the new album starts with an R. And a fan replied to that, saying that it's the new Katy Perry single starts with an R. And Dr. Luke said maybe. So it could be R. Of course, War, because Katy Perry had a fragrance called Meows. We'll be very interested to see if War is the new single. And maybe she'll premiere War, or whatever the name of the new single is, when she performs at the iHeart Music Festival in Las Vegas next month. So that can be a possibility. Speaking of performing new singles in front of a big audience, I'm with an update on Lady Gaga. Now, Lady Gaga on Monday, like I mentioned on the Atakline Monday, that Lady Gaga confirmed that her new single is going to be called Applause, set to come out August 19th. In a new interview with Women's Wear Daily, including the single cover. Well, Gaga released more details on not just Applause, but the ARTPOP album and app. She revealed more details about it today through Twitter. She announced that not only will the single Applause come out August 19th, The video will come out the same day. As I said on the Atakline Monday as well, that she did shoot the applause video already, so she'll be reviewing the video the same day as the single comes out. That it was shot by Inez van Lamsweed and Vin Uth Medina. I need to pronounce those names right. Sorry. They worked with her doing the video for You and I, and they were the ones that shot the artwork for the single applause cover. And if that's not enough teasing for the fans, GaGa wrote a few lines for the song on Twitter saying, "Give me that thing that I love. Put your hands up, make them touch. APPLAUSE." So, there you go. She also revealed about the ARTPOP app. She's been saying that not only will ARTPOP be an app, ARTPOP will be an app. She said the app will be free. It will be available through Android and Apple devices, through, of course, iTunes Store, App Store, and Google Play. Saying that you can purchase the app, the music, through the app once it's downloaded. Or you can purchase the app at the music store and download the free app separately at the App Store. A placeholder app, she said, will be available on August 19th ahead of the date. She said the app is, in essence, an interactive jewel case. That's what she's calling the app. Because a jewel case probably includes like the booklet and stuff in this app. So, can't wait to see everything. So, there you go. GaGa reveals more details about the album, the app, and, of course, the new single Applause, which will come out August 19th along with the video. Now, let's end this very brief Atakline with some wrestling news. Probably the biggest wrestling news of the day. And it's talked about everywhere, and I got a comment about it. About Randy Orton getting attacked by a fan at a show in South Africa. The video's all over YouTube. You can search it up. There's probably like 10,000 different YouTube videos about this. So Randy Orton apparently, because WWE's in South Africa, Australia, which is why Raw was taped this week and not live. So they're on this tour in Cape Town, South Africa, last night. That Orton was doing his usual pose. He was on a turnbuckle posing. Like I said, the video's on YouTube. So if you haven't seen it yet, and hearing it from me, I haven't seen it until like a half hour ago. So I thought the video was on a turnbuckle, his usual pose. He probably won a match or something. So he was like posing. And all of a sudden, this fan climbed into the ring and low blowed him with his hand. Like Orton was on the top rope, doing the pose, and the fan came up from behind and boom! Low blowed Orton, and the security got him quickly. He kicked him out very quickly. And there's many concurring reports going on right now that WWE's denying that it was a work. The WWE's denying that they're saying that it wasn't part of the show. They released a statement saying that WWE.com has learned that Randy Orton was violently attacked by an audience member during a SmackDown World Tour event in Cape Town, South Africa last evening, should I say. Footage of the attack was captured by a WWE fan and posted on YouTube, which, like I said, is all over everywhere now. It shows a perpetrator striking Orton from behind. The matter is currently under investigation by local authorities, and the South African fan is being held in jail pending criminal charges. The extent of his injuries of Orton ain't available right now. It felt like a walk. It felt like it was scripted because if you see the attack, it looked like it was a walk. And he's denying it wasn't part of the show, but according to several reports, that it is a walk. According to several sources, a fan wrote into everyone's favorite internet wrestling site, fake news or not, WrestleZone.com, and a person wrote into WrestleZone saying that I was at the Cape Town show last night. The incident with the fan and Randy Orton may be a walk. The fan in question is a local wrestler named Blacksmith. He trains regularly at the gym where I am a manager. The guy who wrote in, his name is Jocko. Adding fuel to the matter is that some people who were in attendance claim that the event security opened up a gap towards the finish of the Orton-Langston match. which is a match that Orton won, apparently, against Biggie Langston, where the fan / blacksmith was able to enter the ring. Like I said, a lot of people were whining in. Not just that Jocko died, but Aim Huntley and all these other guys saying that the guy's name, like the blacksmith guy, and the general feeling in South Africa is this blacksmith guy, it was a PR stunt, a publicity stunt, and not a legit accident. So that's what everyone's saying. There's been a lot of people saying that it was a walk. And, you know, that means not. But why would they advertise it? Why would they acknowledge it if it wasn't a walk? You know, who knows? And who knows what's going to happen with that? If, like, what story is true? Was it a walk or was it a fake? Or was it, like, part of the, was it not part of the show? Was it a, we'll see what happens there. There's been, like I said, a lot of concurring reports that this fan named Blacksmith was somewhat hired by WWE to attack Orton. But who knows if it's, like I said, working on it. So we'll find out more details as the days come. So there's Randy Orton attacked by a fan at a show in Cape Town. Alright, that is it for this, like I said, very brief Atakline. Wow, first time under 20 minutes. Awesome! Usually attack times have gone like 20 minutes lately. First time in a long time it's like under 25 minutes. Also, that mind you've all been attacked by the news from Zach. Thank you all very much for watching. See you all later. Have a great day, everybody. Yeah.